We're here with Clint Reid, CEO and founder of iGlobalStores. Clint, thanks for coming.
Hey, thank you. When a buyer goes to check out, you have to set their expectations, and that's the number one thing. Now, that can be kind of difficult when you're dealing with 200 different countries, and domestically, it's easy to set expectations. Flat rate shipping, for instance. Internationally, I have all these different weights, there's all these different service levels, but if you can set that expectation for the international buyer in checkout, currencies, landed costs, duties and taxes, is it restricted? What do they have to deal with customs? That really puts the customer at ease and hopefully starts to bring up your conversion and you start selling more to international buyers just by setting the expectations.
As a small business, when I'm using iGlobalStores, who tells me what the full landed cost is?
Yeah, so that's our job, to calculate everything correctly. If you're going to really offer a true landed cost, you're gonna have to calculate the VAT and the duty. Now, the duty is where you kind of sometimes might need a harmonized code to get the duty right, but in e-commerce, a lot of times, and this is one key to selling internationally, is don't overthink it. A lot of times duty is not applied to these international e-commerce orders because there's de minimis values by country. De minimis value would be into Europe, anything under 150 euros, there's no duty applied.
Okay.
So that's like 200 USD.
Right.
And most e-commerce companies, their values are probably under 200 USD. Right. So a lot of their orders are just getting charged VAT on into Europe. And
interesting.
So we make sure to calculate all of that, what the de minimises are, and so you need the duty, the tax, and again, brokerage fees, which depends on the carrier, what they call it. They all have different names. They'll bring in UPS. UPS has a brokerage fee.
Okay.
They have a bond fee. They have a disparate. FedEx has an advancement fee, and DHL charges $15 to send it DDP. Okay. Well, if you don't calculate that, you're going to lose money. And so it's really important to know that landed cost is there's the customs charges and then the carrier charges, and we really hone in on making sure that we do both, depending on whatever carriers they want to use.
What are the methods of payment that an overseas consumer wants to have as an option?
They're going to expect that you at least offer the typical credit card offerings, which is going to be one. Then the second are e-wallets, which are maybe like a PayPal would be a type of e-wallet, to put it in perspective for a US buyer, because there's Alipay and there's different e-wallets out there. But an e-wallet is where it's tied to your bank account. And so this is why PayPal is so popular internationally, is consumers can connect their local bank account to PayPal. Mm-hmm. And so they may not have a Visa card or a MasterCard like we use in the US, but they might have a PayPal account connected to their banking system. And so they'll use that as e-wallet.
Clint, what percentage of your overseas buyers are using e-wallets versus a credit card system?
About 40% today are using e-wallets versus the credit card system. So it's pretty close.
Which countries are using cash on delivery still as a method of payment?
Well, each country has different payment methods that are really, a localized type of payment that we wouldn't even think of in the US. So in Brazil, they have boletos. With that, you actually print out a piece of paper from your computer and or your printer, and you go to the local bank, you hand them the paper, and then they send the money to the processor, which we might have been facilitating that with the payment gateway, and then you finally get paid.
If you could hire any superhero for your business, what superpower would they have?
Oh, if I could hire any superhero, it'd be Data from Star Trek. Does he count as a superhero?
I guess so. Yeah, what does he do? Is it aggregating data?
Oh, well, Data.
I forget.
So, yeah.
Come on, I know, come on.